Al final de este año 2021, yo estoy hablando this year 2021, I am speaking perfect German and a very decent année 2021, je parle parfaitement allemand et à un très bon niveau spreche ich perfektes Deutsch und ein sehr gutes Italiano 2021 parlerò un tedesco perfetto e a un livello molto buono di italiano.
Do you think this is too much? Can I learn 2 languages in just 1 year? How long does it take to pick a language from scratch and master it? Now, of course, I may not be writing a book or doing any scientific research by the end of this experience, but I think it's definitely possible to learn enough to keep a conversation. In my case, German and Italian by the end of this year, 2021. Hey, what's up everyone, my name is Denny, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my New Year's resolution for this year 2021 and my plan to actually make it happen, like, on time. First of all, let me explain why I'm doing this. You could think that you'll be fine with just English. I mean, it's the international language, right? Well, after my experience in France, I've realized that's not exactly the case. Not everyone speaks English, nor should they. There are more than 7,000 languages in the world being spoken right now, and Chinese alone represents about 18%, followed by India with 17.2% of the world's population. I mean, that's a lot of people, so you can do the math. Also, if you like traveling, and I mean who doesn't, chances are you'll probably need to speak at least the very basic of the language of the country you're visiting. Especially if you're moving away from big cities into the countryside. Languages will open doors for you anywhere you go. It's like having a superpower. That weird feeling of not telling the difference between one language or another until you actually hear a word you don't understand. Also, it's a great exercise for the brain and for your willpower. Now, how on earth am I going to do this? The thing with languages is that normally you think it's a long, tedious process that requires too much effort and time, and I don't want to be spending too much time with it, mostly because I have other things to do. So over the course of this year, I will use an approach that's more easygoing. So the first thing you need to accept is that you'll have to become more disciplined. If you want to succeed, the most important thing here is consistency, not talent nor passion. Of course it helps, but it also fades away really quickly, especially at first when you're creating a new habit like this one and you don't see many results. Part of being disciplined with what you do is establishing deadlines. This is very, very important. You need to have a specific time frame to achieve what you want to do, otherwise tomorrow will always be tomorrow. So again, having very clear the reasons why you're doing this is super important. In my case, I have to say that learning a language is not a new thing for me. I mean, I already speak Spanish, English and French, so this should be easy, right? For me, the easier part of this is that I'm confident enough to speak because I know how this goes. But German is way too different and complicated compared to English, and it has definitely nothing to do with Spanish or French, which come from Latin. Now, Italian is just the opposite. I mean, I actually don't know what will happen to my Spanish when I start learning Italian. I mean, I already make a mess with French and Spanish, so this could actually be a disaster. Something that can help you stay motivated is to make a list of subjects you're interested in already and use that to advance with your language learning goals. It's like hacking your brain so you feel that this is actually easier to do. Now, I will focus on a subject per week. That way, I make sure I learn enough vocabulary about the subject while also maintaining my discipline. For now, I will mainly focus on my German. Why? Well, because I don't want to go crazy. I have a social life, I have school, work. Also, I already speak a little bit of it, but it's been a while, so it's about time for me to finish what I started. So I will begin by managing my time more efficiently, like spending half an hour every day listening to podcasts or watching YouTube videos in German. Now, you may think that's not enough time, but my goal here is to create a habit, and it's a lot easier to do that if I start small. I can make adjustments later. Besides those 30 minutes per day, I really like music, so each week I'll learn a new song by studying the lyrics. Plus, if you can understand anything someone says in a song, you'll do great in a conversation. That's a great way to train your ear. Of course, it doesn't hurt to spend some time studying the different tenses and conjugation. You can dedicate 1 week to each one, like beginning with simple present and then moving to continuous present and simple past and so on. Each week, you establish your goals and to-do lists. Think about how much you can learn in just 1 month. Another thing you can do is to have a recap day. So let's just say, for example, that you've been learning new stuff throughout the week. But let's face it, Friday is getting near, and then during the weekend you can forget a few things. So a good idea is to, for example, make Fridays the days where you actually do a review of what you've been doing throughout the week. That way you can make sure you're retaining everything you've learned. So to stay committed and make sure I actually apply everything I say on this video, I'm gonna make a series of this topic. So each month I will publish an update video sharing my experience through this process, and hopefully to encourage you guys to do the same. But hopefully. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, please write it down in the comments. I could really use your feedback with this. So that's it for today, guys. See you on the next one.